In this video, I would like to go through the idea of factoring. When we learn about factoring, what is the meaning of factoring? So first of all, let's look into a number. Okay, when we write down factor a number, we know it. We can either write it like this or like this. So we are told these are the factor of 33. That means 1, 3, 11, and 33. They are the factors. So basically, the factors are the number that can multiply together to give you the number, okay? That can be multiplied together to yield your number, okay? Then, what is the meaning when we mention like factor a binomial or factor some expression? So let's think about this right here. If we got ax plus bx, now we know that for both of them, ax could actually be written like this, or a times x. Okay, so I'm going to use 1 times ax or a times x. So that is how we can write it, or we can write like this one, or b times x. So you can see it. This number actually, or this term actually contain x. That means now both of them will have the factor x. So when we say that we want to do the factoring, we just take out x, and then we have ax divided by x, while bx divided by x. So at the end, we will have this x times a plus b. Okay, so this is what we meant by factoring. Okay, we change from a sum, a sum, to become a product. And that is the main purpose. We want to have product at the end. Then what's the thing that we have learned? So for factoring, we know that sometimes we can take away number, sometimes we can take away letter, or what we call it will be the variable. Sometimes we can take away the binomial or some terms, and sometimes it could be mixed. What does it mean? Okay, so it actually means, for example, now we got 3ab plus 3ac like this. And we can tell 3, okay, is the number, a is also the letter, and then we can take out both of them, and what we mean is b plus c like this. Or sometimes we have b times x plus 1, like minus c, and then times x plus 1. So this time the common factor is going to be x plus 1, which is like this. So now we take out this binomial, because there are two terms, so we call it binomial. So we got b minus c at the end. And when we have the mixed, sometimes it could be like this. Now, we will see it as both of them have 3 for the factor, and then a here, we pick the one with the lowest exponent, which is 1, and then we got x plus 1. So after the division, the first term become a, while the next one become 3. So this is the result that we have. Okay, so other than that, sometimes you may not be able to see every term they got a factor. So the next term is called grouping. So grouping should be the thing that we can be doing when we see that not all terms share the same factor, okay? And what do we do now? We have to see whether we can see some pattern there. For example, in this case, we will see that even though all of them, they do not have something in common. But if we just look at them like 2 as a group, so for the first 2, we have A, and for the last 2, we have B. Then we can create an expression like this. So after this, we will have, okay, x plus y to be the common factor, and then we got a plus b. Or we can group it in other manner, which means now if we try to group these two together, so we will see that we rearrange the term, and then we take out the common factor between them, and now we got a binomial. So we take away the binomial, and we have this. And other than that, we will also have some technique when we have to factor a trinomial. Okay, there are two cases. The first one is like this when a equals to 1. That means we got x squared plus bx plus c. And we will introduce you the method as like sum product. Okay? And sum product means step 1, okay, we just want to look at c and then find factor pair, okay, factor pairs. And then choose the sum of the pair to be B, okay? So, for example, now let's see this one, okay? So C, the factor pair is very straightforward. It's like 1 and 2, okay? So the sum, okay, so basically F1, F2 stand for factor 1, factor 2. So we could have these two, okay? The product of it like this, and we know it, positive 2. So we got either both positive or both negative. The sum here is like this, okay? So what we know is now, we know the result is x plus 1, x plus 2, okay? If a is equals to 1, it's very straightforward. If we have got this, let's say this one we got 5x plus 4. So again, let's try that. F1, F2, and sum. Now we know positive 4, which means 1, 4. And then we will have negative 1, negative 4. And we also got 2, 2, and negative 2, negative 2. So when you really do the work, you don't actually need to find out all pairs. Just choose the pair that match your needs. So this is what we want. So we have x plus 1 and x plus 5. So next, let's see if we have got x squared minus 3x. And then let's say we got plus 4. Okay, so this time for the factor, we will know it. They have to be 1 positive, 1 negative, because the result is going to be negative 4. So we could have 1, negative 4, 2, negative 2, 4, negative 1. Okay, and let's see the sum. Okay, let's see the sum. Negative 3 here, 0 here, 3 here. So which one may match what our needs? We need this because the middle one is going to be negative 3. So we have x plus 1 and x minus 4 to be the result. Okay? Last method is going to be the trinomial when we know ax squared plus bx plus c, a is not 1. So again, let's try 1. Step is like find, okay, ac. Okay, so we find out the product and then look at the pair or look at the factor pair, okay, to give sum of b and decompose b in F1 and F2. Okay. So let's look at one example. If we got this one right here. Okay, so what do we see? Okay, first, a times c equals to 4. So let's look into the pair F1, F2, and the sum. So we got 1 and 4, or 2 and 2, okay? Negative 1, negative 4, negative 2, negative 2. So we know these two are not possible because we have positive here. Okay, so we add down. And therefore we know now this is the pair and we separate b into the two terms. So we got thing like this. And we do the factoring now. Okay, factoring it. So we got 2x here, x plus 2 plus. Here we have x plus 2, and then we take out the common factor, x plus 2. We got 2x plus 1, like this. So here is a quick recap of what you should be doing, okay, for factoring, except the square difference. which I may take another video or record another video later. Okay, hope that it helped you. So a quick recap. Factor means, okay, change it back to product. And then the first method is take our common factor by number, letter, variables, binomials, or mixture of them. And then we also see that sometimes if not all terms share the factors, we will do it like this. And then if we have to factor of trinomial when a is equals to 1, we got some product method like this. And last one is like, if a is not equals to 1, okay, so all the time we will use a table like this. So try to get used to using a table to list all your possible outcome. Okay, that's it for this video. Thank you for watching.